Pats Chiefs. Here we go.
It's the AFC Wildcard round on EA Sports.
The 3s and the 6 seeds.
We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Mac Jones and the New England Patriots.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Coming up, it's the final game of Wildcard Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the New England Patriots and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here come the Patriots getting ready on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throwing Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Now Jones. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones.
Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp.
On the way in. Touchdown, New England. Cooper Kupp, 63 yards. And the Patriots will strike first here in this wild card matchup. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll break.
I hope it died.
Miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. And the Patriots have it.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumbled out great. And they can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Jordan Keane there to make the grab. And the Pats are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Obviously, it wasn't it. Oh, I counted it.
So they called it a touchdown originally. This will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And he was absolutely sensational throwing the football all year long. Better than 40 touchdown passes. That means he made good decisions, and his team trusted him with the ball. So I can't imagine a scenario in this game where they change their philosophy. If they trusted him in the regular season, they're going to trust him now and let him turn it loose.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Smith-Schuster. And all the way in for the Kansas City touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 55 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 out the gate early.
What, 88 out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Well, this will be a return from deep in the end zone. Comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. All right, Right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Jones now, throwing on 1st down, going up top for Cobb, and the defense loses him. It's complete. A big play there for New England. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Looking to throw, Jones, and it's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. In the first half, there really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive is going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
On 1st down, Mahomes buying time to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. Steps away. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from the defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out, and giving the ball back to their offense?
Oh, down.
And man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Here's Jones on 1st down. That'll be caught. It's Cup. There he goes left side. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there for the Patriots. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup. As we send you down to an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Yeah.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. And I know that they double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 down on 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. This one caught by Kittle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 19 on the last play, 19 more here, and another 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And here's a leaping catch. He pulled it in. Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Mahomes now to throw. But he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to enforce the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for. And this is going to be intercepted. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. So the opposite of what they envisioned when they left that locker room, a turnover on the opening drive of this 3rd quarter.
I like your identification there because that's exactly what they discussed in the locker room before they came out on the field. Let's get the ball. Let's go down and score. Put some points on the board and feel good about it. Not an insurmountable lead, but definitely not how they saw it at halftime.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And in the most curious way there to burn some clock, that was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it, but you know every coach that we talk to talks about.
And on his first carry, he loses
What?
the football. And the
Ah,
Patriots.
no. Yes.
This defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6.
Brandon, that touchdown certainly looks like the clincher to me.
Probably a little too much to overcome, don't you think?
I would agree. I say at this stage of the game, that touchdown should seal the fate.
What?
Elliott on for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, running for their next drive. And the 2 points always stings, but they can put this in the end zone. You could make it a 2-score swing.
That stinging is probably that shit.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Patriots are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves,
that is taken down, a cheap save. 2nd and 20. Looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, that's all by Cup. 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Cooper Kupp, 77 yards. And the Patriots continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel, make sure they get their security deposit back.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. He almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go through with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you get your running back pumped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Jones trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they will get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. One final try for Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time is run out on this ball game. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them 1 step closer.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Kansas City.
What a game. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys in the next one. Patriots Day Wars.